Hi, good morning, dear students. Welcome to new section of online class. This video has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. Dear children, today we are going to learn a new chapter from your book Treasure Trove Literature about the story and about the poet we shall discuss in this video, and we will briefly look into the story also, and we will analyze it also. So before directly moving on to the topic, as I told you, the topic of today's discussion is Old Man at the Bridge. This is the name of the story, written by Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway has written many novels and short stories, and most probably this may be his shortest short story among all other short stories. And he has written novels, Farewell to Arms, like that. It became the bestseller and all. Even that time also, even in 2020 also, it was one of that, I think. So Ernest Hemingway is so I will explain about Ernest Hemingway. This is his Ernest. This is the author of the story. His lifetime is 1898 to 1961. He died recently. 1961 he died. So about him, Ernest Hemingway was born in Oak Park. It is in USA, Illinois, name of the place, in 1898. Starting his writing career as a reporter for the Kansas City Star newspaper first. During his life as a soldier and correspondent, Hemingway wrote about the war, novel, short stories. Maybe the available in English literature, the best available novel and short story in the background of war are written by Ernest Hemingway, because he was a soldier too. He worked in different countries around the world: Italy, China, England, Spanish. And the reason we know that during his age time, 1898 to 1961, actually it was the time of wars and time of fight. Even the World War I, World War II, and many other civil wars, everything that took place during that period. So that he has taken, as he was in the army, he has taken part in all those wars, and so he did have much experience in war front, and in the background of the war he can see the life of the people and all. So even in this short story also, he's trying to portray a simple, the content, the plot is very simple, but it gives a total vision about the civil war. So that story takes place also in the, even our Old Man at the Bridge, this story also takes place in the background of Spanish civil war. So during that time, so he was in Spain and he worked there, and he was a soldier to evacuate the people and all. In that background, he happened to meet an old man. So I will tell the story in the coming. So this is about Ernest Hemingway, and he has got many medals also: silver medal, valor in World War I, and Pulitzer Prize of Literature in 1953. That means almost 9 or 8 years before his death, he received Pulitzer Prize also. And he also got Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. He got the Nobel Prize also. In 2001, recently, two of his books, that is, one is The Sun Also Rises, and as I earlier mentioned, that A Farewell to Arms, that were named to the list of the 100 best English literature novels of the 20th century. In 2001, in the statistics done by an agency, in that the best English literature books of 20th century, when they listed that books, so these two novels of him that came in that list, that is, one is the sun also rises, and the other one is farewell to arms. So this is all about the minimum about his Ernest Hemingway. And one more other thing, that Hemingway was an exceptional writer. Between 1960 and 61, he receiving treatment for depression. So at the end of his life, after experiencing a lot war and fight and this kind of terrible situations, so he was fighting against a depression disease. So but this was unable to prevent his suicide on July 2, 1961. At 5 a.m. he suicided. He died as a result of a self-inflicted shotgun blast to the head. So like that he died, he suicided. So there was another news also. Actually, is a person got the opportunity to read his own death in newspaper. What I told now, this recently our film star Salim Kumar having the same experience, that when he was in hospital or something, at that time a news came out in social media and all that Salim Kumar, that he passed away. And so it spread all over the channels, means all over the social medias and all. He also happened to see that news while he was alive. So he's also got like that Hemingway also got an opportunity to read his own news. So in a war front, that time he met an accident and all, everybody thought that he died, and the news came in newspaper and printed newspaper. This time in newspaper, then he was reading his news about death, news about his death. So just a thing about Ernest Hemingway. Now we can look into that Old Man at the Bridge. It's a short story written by Ernest Hemingway in 1938. It published. I told you, the story is happening in the background of a Spanish Civil War that is happening in 1936 to 1939. The Civil War was happening. In that background, the story is taking place. So I will read the story. I shall read the story. You can look into your textbook. I will give you the explanation about the paragraph wise paragraph. We can look into the story. Okay, dear students, please take the book in your hand. This is the literature book. Take in your hand. So the story starts like this. I told you, it is happening in the think about the war and like that, the fight. An old man with steel rimmed spectacles and a very dusty cloth sat by the side of the road. There was a pontoon bridge across the river, and carts, trucks, and men, women, and children were crossing it. So the story is happening over a bridge. So this is the title of the story, Old Man at the Bridge. The bridge is not like the modern bridge now we can see. So it is a pontoon. Pontoon means what? So I will explain that. Pontoon is a floating bridge that made by the soldiers during the war in order to evacuate, in order to transport their trucks and their artillery. Their means the soldiers things and all they used to carry over that bridge. That is called a pontoon. So there was a man over that bridge. So during that time a man was there. So now you may please watch what is pontoon bridge, how it is made. You can watch a video now.
The M4 floating bridge, designed to meet the Army's need for a bridge that could carry heavy tanks in the strongest currents. The pontoons used in constructing the bridge are the longest that have ever been utilized. They are fabricated in the form of halves so they can be transported by truck. For the purpose of lightness, they are made of aluminum. Gunnels, also made of aluminum, have a hollow construction for strength and lightness. An important feature is that for the first time, the gunnels are removable. The gunnels are attached by means of hooks to either side of each half ponton. Locking levers hold them in place. After the removable gunnels are attached, the two half pontons are launched. The Completely new types of ponton and gunwale permit much faster construction of floating bridges than heretofore possible. The bigger pontons provide for more flotation, which enables them to carry heavier loads. As soon as the two pontons are joined, they're made ready for the balk, which are fastened to the gunwale by means of pins. For the first time, balk are used as both stringer and flooring. The M4 floating bridge was originally designed for use in crossing the Rhine. The crossing was effected, however, before the bridge could be put into use. The balk are placed in position to form an overlapping pattern. It's this overlapping which gives the bridge its rigidity and strength. When the two end sections are in place at the bridge sites on both the near shore and the far shore, the gap between is filled. Either single pontons or rafts are assembled downstream and moved into position by powerboat. The balk for the connecting span are then put in position. The removable gunwales make rapid replacement of damaged pontons possible. Punctured by a log, this ponton must be replaced before the bridge can be used. By opening the locking levers, the ponton is quickly disengaged from the removable gunwales. The upstream end is already weighted down with water, so men add their weight to the downstream end, and the ponton is quickly worked out from under the bridge. As soon as the damaged ponton is out of the way, the new ponton is slipped into place. Again, it's weighted down so that it can be worked into position. The removable gunwales are fastened onto the ponton by closing the locking levers, and the bridge is once more ready for use. Additional information on the M4 floating bridge may be obtained from training films 5-1440, 41, and 42.
Okay, I hope you understood what it mean by pontoon bridge. So a man was there, and trucks and car, men, women, and they were crossing it. Everybody were crossing, but this man was sitting over the bridge. The mule-drawn cars staggered up the steep bank from the bridge, with the soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. And the things that are happening means that car, I told you now, women, children, cars and vehicles, they are going, and one that mule-drawn cart. So it is drawn by mule, and not a horse drawn, mule drawn, as you can see in the picture like this. This is in the picture, actually it is horse, not mule. Same like that, it is drawn by mule drawn carts that staggered up the steep bank, that means slope of the bank. After the bridge, you know, when the bridge reaches the shore, it will be steep area. So the cart is the mule drawn, that is moving up. That means cart is staggered, means moving with difficulty, as if about to fall. Such a way it was going, and the soldiers also helping by pushing against the spokes of the wheel. Spokes means, as you can see in the picture, that means ribs is called, that is spokes of the wheel. The trucks ground up and were heading out of it, and the truck is anyhow, that is the slope is moving up the trucks, and that is moving and going, and the peasants plodded along the ankle deep dust, and it is very dusty, the area, not over the bridge. After the bridge, the area, that steep area, is full of very dusty, and the peasants, they plodded, and the people, the farmers are they plodded along in the angle. So they put their feet in, they plodded. Walking with heavy step is called plodded. Just like in cultivation area, during the cultivation we plough it, it is called plodded also. Such a way they are putting, because till the angle level the dust is there, so that much dusty it was, and they were walking through the dust. But the old man sat there without moving. He was too tired to go any further. And the old man, which said that an old man, he was sitting over the bridge and he was not at all moving anywhere. So now Hemingway, that is the narrator, is telling that this was the situation, the scenario. Now you can imagine what is happening. A Bandun bridge, over that cars are moving across, and it's an evacuation process is going on from the other side of that river, that place. The people are being evacuated by soldiers because war is going to take place. It's a indication is there. Very soon the enemies, they may put the bomb, or they may do disastrous things in that place, so that the soldiers are evacuating the people, so that the people are going in the cars and available vehicles and all. They are moving, children, people, women, everybody are moving on across this bridge. They are moving, getting to safer place, they are moving on. So in that time, my duty was, my business, to cross the bridge, explore the bridge head beyond, and find out to what point the enemy had advanced. This is my, to check the bridge and find out that, and to make the people cross the bridge and all, and also find out how far the enemies, their things, they being advanced, how far there any aeroplane or any helicopter or any indication about the enemies means movement. So find out that their movement, and this is was my duty. I did this and returned over the bridge. I was doing that. I'm going to the other end of this, and I'm coming back, and I am looking, I am doing my duty. There were no so many cars now, and very few people on foot. Now all the cars that over finished, everybody has crossed the bridge. Very few people, they are crossing on foot, but the old man was still there. But this old man was over the bridge. He was sitting on there with tabby cloth and with tired cloth and all. He was sitting there. So now onwards, a conversation is happening between Hemingway, that is the narrator of the story, and this old man. So let us look into that conversation. What is? So this is what that conversation is, the story of old man at the bridge. I hope that you understood the scenario of it. Now you can listen to the this conversation between the old man and this narrator of the story. Where do you come from? From San Carlos. I was taking care of animals. Oh, yes. I stayed, you see, taking care of animals. I was the last one to leave the town of San Carlos. What animals are they? Various animals. I had to leave them. What animals are they? There were 3 animals altogether. There were 2 goats and a cat, and then there were 4 pairs of pigeons. And you had to leave them? Yes, because of the artillery. The captain told me to go because of the artillery. And you have no family? No. Only the animals, I stated. The cat, of course, will be all right. A cat can look out for itself, but I cannot think what will become of the others. What politics have you? I'm without politics. I'm 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now, and I think now I can go no further. This is not a good place to stop. If you can make it, there are treks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. I will wait a while, and then I will go. Where do the treks go? Towards Barcelona. I know no one in that direction. But thank you very much. Thank you very much again. The cat will be all right, I'm sure. There is no need to be unquiet about the cat. But the others. Now, what you think about the others? They will probably come through it all right. You think so? Why not? But what will they do under the artillery when I was told to leave because of the artillery? Did you leave the dog cage unlocked? Yes. Then they will fly. Yes, certainly they will fly. But the others, it is better not to think about the others. If you are rested, I would go. Get up and try to walk now. Thank you. I was taking care of animals. I was only taking care of animals. Okay, thank you, dear children, for watching the conversation. So in that conversation, we understood that this man is alone, no one is there. He was taking care of animals in his place. He said that San Carlos was his place. He's coming from there, and 12 kilometers away it was from there, and he is very old. And we said we understood that he was staying there alone with the animals. The animals also, he said, the old man actually said that pigeons. Did you listen or not? He mentioned that he is having 4 pairs of pigeons. So later at the next page, he was telling, he was asking, narrator was asking whether you have opened the cage of the dog. Then changed into dog. First mentioning pigeon, the second page it became dog. So pigeon and dogs are different, we know that, but it may be knowingly the narrator made such a change, or maybe the soldier is thinking about not about the thing, what he exactly said. Actually the old man exactly said pigeon. Later also the old man is not correcting him that sorry, not dog, pigeon, not like that, but he is using the word dog, but he is also, the old man also agreeing with that. Maybe they are not caring about the term what they used, or maybe misunderstood by the narrator Hemingway. So like that it was going on, and he said that so he was more worried about the gods and cats no problem, it will take care of itself, and the dog that will fly away, what about the gods, he was moral. And he was repeating again and again many times that means I am worried about, I was taking care of animals, he was repeating it, and I was taking care of animals only. At the end he was repeating that dialogues. And then another thing that meanwhile he was asking, the soldier was asking, what politics means? Politics means that because this is civil war, means inside the country the two groups are fighting, it is called a civil war. So two politics will be there, one politics and the other politics. So he belonged to which politics, the soldier wants to know. So the soldier asked him that what politics. So he was not giving it. I am 72 years, yes, 76 years old he was, and it's telling that I don't have. So this is the representation of the common people. This is the, everyone won't have the politics and all. No, there are common people, means that they won't have any politics like this. So he was taking care of animals. He was that means he was forced to leave from his place, leaving the animals and all. But also in this says that he did not look like a shepherd. He did not look like a shepherd, or so that means shepherd or a herdsman. Because so first when he was giving that I was looking after animals, and narrator and we also everybody thought that he is having lot of sheep or animals. No, actually is a one cat and pigeon and the goats, that's only. For that he is telling that I was taking care of animals and like that. We thought that he was a shepherd. No, he did not look like that also. So he was that much old, he was living alone, no family, no politics. And so at the end of it is also giving, that narrator is giving confirmation that no, don't worry about it. So he is trying to get up and to move, but he could not. He is again sitting there itself, and as he was too much tired to move further on that bridge. So this was the story. And then he was thanking, meanwhile he was asking, the old man was asking to the narrator, that card is, soldier was telling him that you can, if you want, you can, there are cars are there, means vehicles are there, you can move from. He was asking to where they are, these cars are going. So he's telling that to Barcelona it is going. So he's telling that no, I don't have any person there, I know no one there in Barcelona, why should I go there? He was expressing his gratitude, is giving thanks to him for giving that piece of information. So like this the story was going. At the end, the last paragraph, you can read like this: there was nothing to do about him. It was Easter Sunday, and the fascists were advancing toward the Ebro. And so here this irony is there. There was nothing to do about him. For him, nothing, because he was that much tired and old. Nothing to do. Then it was the day. That day was the Easter Sunday. So Easter, we know it is the time of resurrection of this Christ. So even that means rebirth time. Here the another end, destruction is going on. So it is the time of resurrection, the Easter represent, but actually here the life of the people are being destroyed. So is a two contradictory things is called irony. So it's an irony here. So even though it was an Easter, here the life of the people are being destroyed and evacuated. So it's an they are advancing to Ebro, to the place. It was a grey overcast day with a low ceiling, so their planes were not up. And another here positive hope is that so the enemy, there is no chance of bombing now, because there is a grey overcast by the cloud. So that might that's why there won't be any attacking plane won't be coming, because of this grey overcast over the sky, so that the planes won't be coming up. That and the fact that cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck that old man would ever have. So for him, the satisfaction is that the cats, it will take care of its life. don't worry, it won't during the time of artillery. So the fight, this cat won't be trapped in that, it will take care of his life. What about the ghosts? That was the worry. So dear children, in this story there are many symbols being used by the Hemingway is the man of using symbols, actually the writer. So there are many symbols he is using. So we can look into that, what are the symbols he has used in it. These are the symbols. What are the symbols Hemingway used in this short story? We can just look into that. The symbols are this, you can see that in the short story. So I'm not explaining that, I'm not giving the what does it the simple meaning. So I will give that in Zoom class meeting, that we can discuss it. It's just the goat is a symbol in the story. Cat is another symbol of the story. The pigeons are the symbol of another in the story. Another symbol is the repetition. The old man was repeating a sentence, we know that. So what does it symbolizes? So these all we can discuss. And Easter Sunday, I told you, last it ending, what does it mean by Easter Sunday in the story, and the significance of a gray overcast day, just like in the gloomy day, what does it symbolizes? So that all we can look that. The old man, what does it symbolize by the old man? These all we can discuss in the next class over Zoom meeting. I would like to conduct the class. So thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Good luck. Bye bye.